think I need to let you know, the way you move is unconventional. The way I feel is unintentional, but you make falling in love so regretful. As time passes, we stick to the same distractions. It's like two worlds collide and they sleep on the same. What up, it's your boy Bobby Crillz, and right now you're tuned into the Heart of the City podcast, episode number 12. And today I got a special guest with me. I got somebody that I met, I want to say 2011, 2010, back in my Rule 1 days when we was running the showcases down at Mood Lounge in Union. This is somebody that I've been following since then. And since then, I've watched this man grow his audience from from small to an exponential rate. And I'm seeing the engagement, I'm seeing everything he's been doing over the past couple of years, and this kid has grown, this man has grown. And just watching his growth and development has been something that I enjoy, and I'm just happy to know him. But definitely somebody that I believe is the heart of the city where he's from. I know he gets a lot of love, and he deserves it, you know what I mean? So if you guys don't know who I'm talking about my man Bad Lungz. Bad Lungz, what up, baby?
Yeah, Crillz, what up, baby?
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me, man. Word up.
It's been a long time, man. We got some years in.
Yes.
You hit me up the other day. I said, I got to get Bad Lungz on here. You told me you was moving, salute.
Yeah.
You told me you was moving. I said, all right, I'm going to move some shit around. We're going to make it happen.
So, yeah, I didn't want to speed it up, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? I definitely wanted to tap in before I dip and head to where I'm going.
You hit me with the Throw Black Flyer. That's what ignited it.
Right, yeah.
You still
I don't know, you know, because I don't know if it's Facebook or Instagram. It got like a time hop or...
Yeah, the memories and shit like that.
Memories and shit like that, and that shit had popped up, and I was like, wow, look. It kind of like, of course, you remember because I was there.
Yeah.
But it brought me back, like, oh, yeah. And I remember that night, like, vivid. I remember that night vivid. It was a dope night. There was a couple people that was there that wasn't on the flyer that's dope.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So,
that was a sharp night. That was a showcase that everybody that pretty much performed was good.
Yeah.
Everybody was good. Everybody was veteran status. Yeah, like nobody slacked. You know what I mean?
That was a dope night. So I just tagged everybody who I seen that was there. You know, one of them things to put in the archive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not to dwell too much on the past, but it's dope to just show and prove where you came from. You know what I'm saying?
It shows people that you've been at it for a long time, and I think that's important.
Overnight,
Yeah, it's not overnight.
Right,
You've been grinding how long now?
I started my company in 2016, Woozy Nation, and in 2017 we started LNF Records, just to separate the two. Because Woozy Nation was supposed to be like more of like just everything. Like skits, comedy, movies, whatever we could do under that umbrella, that's why the name Woozy Nation is more like wacky tacky. LNF was more concise of just focusing on the music.
Yeah.
So between that and now, I guess you could say, what's that like? 6? That's almost.
But from an establishment point.
Yeah, but from
like how long you been at it?
Oh man,
you've been at it.
Since the 01.
So that's easily over 20 years.
Yeah, easily.
Easily over 20 years.
No spring chicken.
Yeah, I hear you. I be trying to tell them too. I'm at it. I got like 23 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So of course.
Yeah, we've been at it around the same time. I want to say came off the porch, but I came outside with the music probably like 2002. Probably like 2002.
Yeah, I'm shaking shit up early, man.
So, and then we crossed paths in 2011.
Yeah.
So you got a whole decade before we even crossed paths.
Yeah, but awareness, Jersey is small. You know
yeah. The names definitely rang bells.
Yeah, for sure. I was tapped in. I mean, once you, like in Jersey, once you reach a certain, I don't want to say level, but a certain awareness, people will tap in. The people who know is going to tap in or at least just keep
acknowledge
their eye
it.
on
Yeah, they'll acknowledge it.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
If you got your hood on smash, that's when people start to listen.
Whether
If your
they
hood's not
acknowledge-
respecting it, then they're not gonna really fuck with it. And that's the
Right.
one thing I learned about you was the hood respects it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Right,
that's a big deal. You have a lot of respect, and your name carries that. You know what I mean? So let's get into it, man. I normally start off the podcast with the heritage of the artist or whoever I'm interviewing, just to kind of get a background of who they are and where they're from and stuff like that. So what's your heritage? Because if I had to guess, I would say you like maybe some Spanish. You got some Spanish in you.
Yeah, I'm Dominican all the way.
Okay, Dominican 100%.
Yeah, my group.
Stop playing.
Yeah.
I would have said Spanish and black, but you're Dominican 100%.
Well, my brothers would say, but naciste aquí. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? They would say
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, he's Dominican, but you born here, goddamn. So you don't get
So you
too-
speak Spanish too?
A little bit.
You
I'm
have to,
not
right?
as good as I should be. You know what I'm saying? But I understand more than I speak. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
Yeah.
So you can walk in a room and know when they saying some shit behind your
Oh,
back.
absolutely.
Don't you love that shit?
Absolutely, yeah.
Because that's a story of my life. I look white as hell, you know what I mean?
Right,
But I'm
right.
Puerto Rican.
Right.
So a lot of people don't know that. They think I'm Irish, fucking Italian, shit like that.
Yeah,
So
you can get that on.
Yeah, I get it
too.
on.
Yeah, you throw
But,
certain shirts on, you can definitely walk
Oh
in
yeah,
the room like,
I'm
hey,
a
buddy.
Guido, yeah. So I walk in rooms and I started speaking Spanish because of career opportunities and shit like that. I was doing sales and shit like that. But I got better at it, and you know I should have learned my whole life because my parents tried to teach me, but they, you know, my dumb ass, no, this is America. I don't gotta learn that shit.
Right.
You know, then you're an adult and you're trying to make money, and you realize that if you speak it, you're gonna make more money.
Money fast.
But damn, Dominican, I would have never thought that one.
Yeah, people always say Puerto Rican, black, half black.
I would have said half black,
Yeah.
half black, half Puerto
black,
Rican,
yeah.
half black
some,
Dominican.
Half
Yeah.
some, yeah, but nah.
That's what's up. All right, so both your parents Dominican. You
Yes,
ever
sir.
been to DR?
Yeah, they both was born in DR.
Have you been there?
Oh yeah.
Alright.
I've been to a little combo that my mom's from called Versatility.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't been there with my pops. My pops is from Esperanza.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been out there. I haven't been out there in a minute though, so I know the whole landscape's a little different. I got to get back out there, but yeah.
I've been there twice. Not to the hood. I've been to like Punta Cana and shit like that. But
Yeah, we had a little bit of both. So, like I said, the combos is crazy. You could definitely see the
difference.
difference. And then we was in La Vega and Santiago, not
Okay.
the capital, Santiago. Santiago's
It's popping
more
over
like,
there, right?
yeah, Santiago's
popping.
more like up to speed. But yeah, I love it out there.
That's what's up. And you be moving and shaking out there. You got a lot of family out there.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Your cousins show love and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Alright,
I
that's
got other cousins out there.
So where were you raised? You were born and raised in the United States, or were you?
Yeah, I was born and raised in the United States. My father is from Patterson and my mother's from Passaic.
Okay.
But that's pretty much the same. They both from the same area.
Where were you born? What hospital?
I was born in Patterson, Barnett Hospital.
Okay.
No longer.
It's not there?
Nah.
Okay.
Patterson, you either born at the time, like 80s, 90s, you either born in Barnett Hospital or St. Joe's Hospital.
Okay.
St. Joe's Hospital is still there. Barnett Hospital is not there no more.
Okay. So you grew up Patterson, 80s, 90s. Patterson was different at that time, wasn't it?
Pardon me. Patterson, yes. I was born and raised in Patterson. Like I always say, I got a lot of game from like. See, I was always growing up thinking it was South Jersey, but people be correcting me sometimes saying South Jersey is mad South. But I always thought Monmouth County, ain't Monmouth County South Jersey? Or
I
that's
think
Central
anything below where we're actually at right now is considered South Jersey. I think once you hit, Amboy, South Amboy, that's like the last Central.
Right.
If you're coming down the Turnpike or the Parkway, I think that's the last Central. I think anything, but me personally, because I'm from this area.
Right.
I think anything below here is considered South. So once you hit Mattawan,
right.
like Ocean County, shit, like that's all South.
That's what I thought. But anyway, yeah, Monmouth
They
County.
do try to take Central Jersey though. They try, but I can't do it. Can't do it.
Yeah, because the Patterson parade, the Dominican parade, they will catch the Perth Amboy. All the Dominicans in Perth Amboy catch that parade. I know you.
Oh, I'm going to the festival this year. This shit be lit.
Yeah. I be telling you, don't sleep on Perth Amboy parade. Be crazy, but Monmouth County. So I lived in Red Bank and Long Branch.
Okay.
It was out there. Doing
But they kind of move and shake like us too. So, like Red Bank, Asbury.
Oh, now like I tell people.
Yeah,
if you from there, you know. If you ain't from there, you hear that just
You would think
like,
something different.
Yeah, nah, you'll get left out there, man.
Yeah, that's facts.
You'll get left
That's
out
facts.
there. But especially Asbury, because a lot of people more familiar with Asbury because of the, I don't really know what it, a lot of people just more familiar with Asbury.
Yeah.
But Long Branch, Red Bank, between Long Branch and Red Bank, where I spend most of my time. So Long Branch, Red Bank, and Patterson.
Red Bank is dope though.
And then I lived a little bit like, if you want to get out of state, then I lived in Alabama.
What part?
Phoenix City, Alabama.
Is that closer to Georgia or like in the middle or west?
Phoenix City is closer to, because on field trips, we used to always go to Coca-Cola. The
Coca-Cola World?
So however far that is from that.
So you're probably on the closer side of Georgia.
It's not too far from Georgia.
Yeah.
Because that's what be our field trips, we'll go there.
So you a little bit cultured, bro. You've been all over the place.
Germany, I was about to hit you. When I was little, because my father was stationed in Germany.
Okay.
I'm an Army baby, you know what I'm saying? So that's how that goes. We were stationed in Fort Mount.
Okay, it makes sense.
It makes sense.
All right,
yeah.
Oh, that's dope. So your father was a military man.
Yeah.
What branch? Salute to him. I know it was
Army.
just.
I don't really know the brand. I know he used to always say E6, E5, E something.
He was Army though?
Huh?
Army, Marines?
Yeah, no, it was Army.
Yeah. Salute to him. I ain't serving nothing, but when I hear that, I respect it.
Nah, salute.
That's good. So you got to see a little bit of the world. You weren't just stuck in Patterson like that.
Nah, yeah. See, that's why my style is my style. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people be saying I'm a little
versatile.
I guess that's where I get the versatility from.
Growing up, were your parents like into music heavy?
My pops, yeah.
What type of shit he put you on?
My pops was on like straight all Spanish stuff. He'd do New Jack Swing here and there.
Yeah.
And my mom was like Beach Boys and freestyle. You know the freestyle was
Yeah.
And Little Susie and Maria.
TK, fucking George Lamont. Yeah. I think if you Spanish, you grew up with that shit.
Yeah. It was my uncles that actually put me up on hip hop earlier.
What would they put you on? What was the one thing you remember hip hop for? The first thing?
My uncle, a big ass KRS-One fan to this day. KRS-One and Charles Barkley and Walter Payton.
Okay.
So he loved the Bears, anything with Charles Barkley.
Yeah, I'm a Lions fan.
And KRS-One. Then I got another uncle that's on some Kumo D. To him is the best rapper in the world.
I mean, you can't take that from him, you know what I mean?
That's his era. You know what I'm saying? I understand why he would say that. And then other uncles, Rakim.
God, MC.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you think you channel some of your music from that group of people?
Yeah, because I got the foundation of like where it's.
And those are the goats. Those are goats. Those aren't like no names and Pupas.
Right. I got the foundation. So when you learn that, and then I got my lunch come through milk and giz all day every summer.
Yeah.
Take the G, take the doors off the G, come through.
Music blasting.
Blasting.
Oh, that's a good life.
Take us left and right. Don't
give a fuck.
Milk and chip, what more can I say?
Top billing.
Yeah, so. But yeah, so.
So you got a background. Your family just had music in them.
Right.
That's dope. Any artists? Anybody that was an artist in your family?
Nah, not that I know of.
So you're like the first of the.
Yeah, me and my little brother. I got a little brother that's dope. His name's 11.
11?
Yeah, he spells it E1VNN or something like that.
Shout him out, yeah. Talk to him. What's he do? Plays the keys?
Fire.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is he helping with production and stuff?
With me?
Yeah.
Nah, man. I'm trying to tell nigga, let's get in there.
So, you know he can make money with like the beat packs and shit, right? Like.
I'm trying to tell him, but you know he's so part of, like, he's young too, so he's still in love with just the artistry of it. I don't really want to be acting like I'm coming through with the Birdman hands, like, yo, make some money, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that guy, but I be telling him.
That's funny as hell. But tell him he can start making some bread with the beat packs, man, because that's out there.
That's what's happening.
And everybody using splice and shit like that nowadays.
Exactly.
So.
Samples is from anywhere.
Yeah, everything's the royalty-free game is crazy. Though.
Yeah.
Have you been tapping into that? I know you said you was doing some production, right?
Yeah, I do my own production. I haven't really tapped into like selling packs or nothing like that. I'm gonna probably get into that. I've been just accumulating sounds and figuring things out and learning some. I'm not as savvy as my little brother on the keys, but I've been learning melodies, chords.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? minor chords, this, that, and third. Like I found out that I love minor chord. That's what I love.
Yeah.
That's the sound I like. Early on making music, I wouldn't know. I'm like, yo, I like that or I don't. But now when
you hear your sound now,
right? I know why I like that now.
So you're making beats for yourself too, right?
Yeah. A few artists, but mainly for myself.
Does it make it easier for you to write now? That you can kind of create the sound that you're looking for?
You know what's crazy? At first, it was kind of even hard to write.
Really?
My own beats. I couldn't figure it out.
I would think that it would. I don't know.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
And then when I started making dope beats, first of all, when I started making beats, I had to sift through what was trash and what wasn't.
Yeah.
That was a whole process within itself. And then once I got to a point where I understood, like, I pretty much know what I like, know my process, know what you know what I mean? I know if I start a beat and it's going out where I'm going, not to even finish it, just do some, cause you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I already know like, it didn't work the way I wanted it to work. But, yeah, at first when I made some beats, first just finding out what was dope out of the stuff you made was a process within itself.
Yeah.
And then once I got that put to the side and I started trying to formulate music and ideas, it was kind of tough.
Have you gotten better at it?
Yeah, I've gotten way better at it.
Okay. So you must be pumping music out like crazy right now. You creating a lot right now?
I'm creating more than normal. I can't say I've like my trajectory is through the roof now.
Yeah.
Because I'm still
got life and shit.
That, and I'm still one of them guys that I like to do stuff that intrigues me, not to just put something together because I can put it together. You know?
Yeah.
So I like when I do projects, I like to make them like, I hate to use the word cohesive because that's like a hot word everybody uses now, but I want to make my stuff sound like it's...
You still make a project for the sake of making a project.
Right, not a mixtape and calling it a project.
The way things are nowadays, people don't think too much about projects anymore.
Right,
they're just putting a collection of songs on. They don't give a fuck how it sounds. Yeah, it's like a playlist.
Their own playlist, yeah. Nah, I like to put it together.
That's older generation stuff right there.
The difficulty in that though, when you do that, then it's kind of hard to pick a single because sometimes the music out of the project doesn't make that much sense unless you hear it
with the whole project. Yeah, and the B-side shit is dope. Yeah. And it's like it almost could be a single, but it really can't.
Right. So that's the challenge within itself. But I'm loving it, man. Yeah. To answer your question, yeah. That's
dope. All right. So you were born and raised in Patterson. You lived pretty much all over the state. North Jersey, Central Jersey, South Jersey, whatever you want to call it. Alabama, you was there. I like to get into who my guests were when they were in high school. I feel like that's a good barometer to see how they grew and how they became who they were.
Right.
In high school, were you at the popular table? Were you a jock? Were you a nerd? Were you outside? Was you already in the streets? What was you doing in high school?
I guess you could say semi-popular. I mean, popular because people know me, but I was just doing music.
You was already doing music in high school?
With the guys, yeah. I split my high school between, like I said, I'm Red Bank Patterson, so I went to Red Bank Regional High School, and then I went to Kennedy High School in Patterson.
Okay.
I want to say the first two. I forgot how I went, but
that's
I split.
That's a fucking culture change, though.
That's massive. That's like going to. That's like going to Degrassi and then going to fucking
West Side High, right?
Yeah, and going to like Joe Clark or some shit like that.
That's a culture change. How the hell did you adapt to that?
I've been doing that since
because you was
living like that. It's been like that all.
Damn, so I'm thinking about it. So like you went from like not suburban because Red Bank's not suburban.
But the high school is.
But the high school is
regional high school.
The people that are there. It's a very
you
got white, black, Spanish, Indian.
I always tell people because it's kind of hard to explain, but the best way I can explain it is like you're getting people bust in. So it's Red Bank Regional High School, right?
Yeah.
But I'm going to school with kids from Belmar. It's a regional high school, so they got however they whipped it up. Fun. I don't know how the politics of it, but I guess however they whipped it up is people coming from all over going to that school.
Yeah. How many kids was in that school? Thousands.
School is massive.
Yeah.
Massive. I mean, be college recruits in there every other day looking for basketball players. You just wake up one morning, sign a Wake Forest, all that. It's crazy.
You went to school with anybody like that?
Yeah.
Who'd you go with?
Off top, I can remember this dude named Odin. Odin something. He's like a big
Greg
politician.
Oden?
No, not Greg Oden. No.
I'm like, what?
Oh, that would have been dope too.
Yeah.
There's a couple people that went to college. Off top, I could think of Taekwon Dean.
I remember him.
Taekwon Dean. He went to Louisville.
I remember him.
Doing his thing.
Yeah.
He used to play. Him and he brought my man to the hood. This was big at the time
Fernando.
for basketball people. Nah, he brought my man from Wagner. DeJuan Wagner.
DeJuan Wagner.
Yeah, he brought him the first DeJuan Wagner. It's like
the 100-point scorer.
Yeah, the 100-point scorer. Yeah, he brought him to the hood.
His son's balling, right?
Yeah, his son's massive.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was his son until I looked it up.
DJ Wagner.
Yeah, because I was like, Wagner? Like, yo, that's mad.
It doesn't even feel like it was that long ago, right? For him to have a son that's
right.
busting ass right now.
Yeah. So yeah, him off top I could think of, but it was mad people like that.
Yeah.
Versus Patterson, the opposite. This mad niggas in the streets going to the next level. You know, whatever Wake Forest of that looked like, but I ain't seen no college recruit niggas in Patterson.
Patterson was different.
He was smoking in the bathroom, lighting up, rolling up, dicing.
It was outside of
that type of so that now that you say it, I'm saying it's mad.
It's a culture shock.
Game. Yeah.
It's a culture shock. The graduation rate's probably higher in Red Bank than it is in Patterson.
Oh, absolutely. My man said you'll start off with 1,200. By the time you get to senior, you get to like 180.
That's crazy. That's how Amboy was.
Yeah.
We never graduated 100%, and they hide those numbers too. But
yeah, they whip it up.
Yeah, my senior class, I didn't graduate. Shit, you know what I mean?
Right.
My senior class, we started with like 1,000, and then I think there was like 200 by the time it was time to finish.
But see, with those numbers, I just don't know how many of those numbers like do people get their GED.
I ended up getting my GED.
Yeah, see, so to me, that's like
equivalent, I guess.
Well, if I would have knew that, I would have skipped all that.
I would have went and got my GED like sophomore year,
At 10th grade, I would have got my GED.
So I would have definitely did that shit earlier if I'd have known it was like that, because I didn't even study for this shit. Honestly, I dropped out, and a month later I took the test and I passed it.
Yeah.
That was just off the shit I just knew.
But now you like, I went 4 years, you took your GED, me and you in the same boat.
Yeah.
Literally. Like it's not like somebody gonna look at my shit and be like, oh wow.
Nah, because my shit says high school diploma.
Yeah.
It don't even say GED. That shit says high school diploma.
What I'm saying. So
that's crazy. So you in high school, you were in between two, and you were semi-popular, just chill. You was already making music, right? When did you first start making music?
My dad bought me some. At the time, I thought it was studio time. It just was somebody he knew that had something set up or whatever. I had to be in the 9th grade, 8th grade, you know what I mean? I had to be like
98, 99?
Yeah, because in 01, I was already, 01, 02, I was already doing something. By that time, I was already about to get the inbox and all that.
Oh, you was ready to go in.
Yeah,
that's when Pro Tools was starting to make that noise, and everybody was like, I gotta have a home studio.
Right. So it had to be like the late 90s. Yeah, it had to be.
So when did you write your first verse?
It had to be mid-90s. I don't know exactly when. I couldn't even tell you the first rhyme. I just know Wu-Tang was popping. Wu-Tang, yeah, that was a whole Wu-Tang.
Was it Triumph Wu-Tang or like 36 Chambers Wu-Tang? It had to be Triumph, right? Because 36, you might have been a little too.
It was like Triumph. When I wrote my first, like Triumph, like Purple Tape, Iron Man, around that area.
Okay, that's early Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
That's classic shit, man.
Yeah.
Purple Tape, you was right there early.
I remember niggas.
That's like early 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've been at it for a while.
Yeah.
First studio session, 98, 99. High school, you was already in. So you've been at it for a while.
Yeah, man.
That's intense.
Taking it serious 2016 would have been inception if you want to count the years at the time. Yeah, definitely.
You know what's funny? You're saying taking it serious in 2016. I'm like, yo, in 2011, you seemed like you was taking it serious.
I was, but my structure, I ain't have no structure at that time.
was kind of just winging it at the time?
I just was doing stuff that I thought you were supposed to do. I didn't really know, like, the knowledge that I have now, I definitely didn't have then. Okay. Well, let me rephrase. I established the imprint in 2016. I was always taking rap serious from the first time I wrote something.
Yeah.
But just knowing the business of it and how things move and what you got to do and what it takes. You know what I'm saying? And the effort and the time you got to put in. 2011, I was just doing shit that I thought you were supposed to do. Make music, print up CDs, hit the hood, do showcases, do shows, whatever.
Just
like,
get your name out.
There's no structure behind it. All that I'm saying says nothing about business. It just says what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A little bit of business with the CDs in it, but that's
not even really it.
Yeah.
That's not even, you're talking about the back end shit with the copyrights.
Yeah, if you really want to do business, I should have put a UPC code, something to track it. I tell me I sold 100 CDs. What you
got no proof.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it, buddy. No problem. You ain't everywhere.
That's the one thing I question too, because in those times the South was heavy on selling CDs out the trunk. And you hear these stories about like Little Flip and you know, the boss nigga, Boss Hog.
Oh, Slim Thug.
Slim Thug and all them cats. Like, these cats was out there selling hundreds of thousands of CDs out their trunk, and I'm like, how are we tracking this? You know what I mean? Did it just make that much noise that you could say that number, or did it track it? Because them days, they weren't really, the mixtape days were the DJ dramas and all them, like, that was all pirated shit. So obviously there wasn't a legal system behind it.
Right. I think,
excuse me. I'm still baffled by
tracking it.
Like, I guess they could track it by like their own personal inventory, but there's nothing really to verify.
I think they was doing more so they would do their own things.
Yeah.
Like CDs, whatever, like saying that'd be off the books money, but then they would sign super indie deals at that time.
Yeah.
Like a select on hits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They had the infrastructure out there before we did, as far as indie wise.
Yeah.
Up here around that time, if you went indie, you was like a failure or you was laughed at. So people didn't even really take the proper course to go indie. The most a person would be considered indie if he was on like a label like Baby Grand or like Land Speed or something like that. And then like you still signed, but you indie, and
it wouldn't garner the same respect at all up here.
But you wouldn't be looked at as a failure neither.
It's just in the wind.
Like Koch, like all that would be considered indie, right? So I think when they would do the scanning or however they did it, they was doing it on whatever they had in their infrastructure. Like the Bay in Texas and all that, they've been on that. They still on it.
Yeah, they still do.
They go platinum and
they support each other like that.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. I feel like I had a stronghold. Me personally, I had a stronghold where I was from, right?
Right.
So like I'd throw a show at a club, at a bar or something around the way, and I would have merch, I would have CDs, and I would have all that good stuff. I could barely give this shit away. It's like converting them from a fan to actually a buying customer was a problem.
Right.
You know what I mean? But we're gonna get back into that. I want to talk a little bit more about that. We're gonna take a break real quick, pay the bills, and we're gonna get back into a few more questions I got for you. But that's definitely some good shit right there.
Yeah.
All right. Before the break, we were talking, and I was telling you that I used to have shows and stuff like that, and I would have merch, CDs and stuff like that, and it would be like pulling teeth trying to get these people out here to like give you $5, you know what I mean? And then I hear about the South, and I'm like, these guys are selling hundreds of thousands out of their trunk, and that shit to me was like mind-boggling, you know what I mean? And you know, when you think you got a strong hold, there's a whole nother aspect to converting your fan base into an actual paying fan base. So have you ever struggled with that?
Oh,
It feels like a Jersey thing.
That's a Jersey brand because we're dealing with the Napoleon complex of being from Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Like the overlooked, quote unquote, New York sort of thing. We're like an extension of New York, yes. Yeah. However you want to call it, the middle child, the stepbrother, whatever. Connecticut get more love than us.
You think so?
I think so.
Who they got from Connecticut though? I mean, we got some legends.
No. We got some legends,
yeah.
But do we support the legends? Redman dropped something right now. What do you think he gonna do?
Sales wise?
Yeah.
Probably like 15K. Yeah. And that's probably good.
And that's Redman.
Yeah, that's Redman.
So imagine if somebody like, let me go, not to disrespect, but let me do like Lady Luck or something. That's a good name.
Yeah. She probably do like 5, 6.
I mean, we projecting, but yeah.
That's projections, yeah.
And then, now let me go up the street and the people that's fucking with like Fetty Wap or like, you know, a certain different, Bandman, Drill and all that. They listen to that type of music. Tell them the artist we just named and see the response you get.
Yeah. It'd probably be much different.
Probably like, Red Man, what? Nah, I'm Blue Man. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Blueface?
Yeah, what you talking about? It's sad that they don't really, it's not really known like that. That's kind of why I fuck with platforms like Drink Champs and shit like that. I like hearing when they bring the older cats on and just talk. A lot of game. You listen to a lot of podcasts?
Yeah. I like informational podcasts. I've been listening to a lot of producer podcasts lately.
Okay.
Getting hella behind the stories about certain joints. That's always a big thing.
You ever heard of
Intriguing.
these 2 Jewish cats? They're called It's The Real.
Yeah.
You've seen them before, right?
Yeah.
They just came out with a podcast called the Blog Era Podcast. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I ain't people, but I heard of it.
Dive into that
Blog
shit.
Era? All right.
Dive in, because that's exactly where we were at.
Right.
Like, they're going to say shit, and you're going to be like, damn, I remember doing that.
Right.
I remember trying to do this. And they talk about NotRight.com, 2 Dope Boys on Smash. They don't even mention WorldStar, which is crazy, but because WorldStar was a whole other animal in itself.
Probably can't.
Maybe you probably can, but I know for a fact that they dive into that Blog Era and they dive into Joe Buttons. They break down his career. He's a GOAT. You know what I mean? I might not be a fan so much of him, but he's a GOAT. You know what I mean? And he killing them with the podcast and shit right now. But he's been on that social media shit the whole time. You know what I mean? Even when we were like,
yeah, he was early.
Yeah, he was early with Tahiri and Joe Button TV and shit like that. But yeah, check out Blog Era Podcast. Shout out to them because that shit is fire. And it's only 1 season. It's like 10 episodes.
Okay.
And that's it. And they end it and you'll just be like, all right, yeah, I lived that shit. Because that's how I felt when I was done with it. I was like, oh, I lived everything they talking about.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But let's get back into you. You know what I mean? Because we was definitely veering off. So you were introduced to it, you know, Purple Tape around that time. You was already messing around. Studio Session 98. In high school, you was already with it. Where you trying to take it now at this point in your life, at this point in your career? I know you got the 2 businesses you said that you've established. What are you trying to do now?
More production, man. Producing other artists. And like really producing other artists. Not just sending them a beat, but yo, hey, rap on my beat.
Yeah.
And call me the producer when you're done. But nah, get more into that and just more of artistic side of it, right? Falling in love with it. Like at one point, I didn't really like doing this shit.
That shit gets tired, man.
But it's like you do something for so long and you reach a certain level that to abandon it feels blasphemous at times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then, but once I got more and more delved into the production of it, I just fell back in love with it. It just opened my whole new chamber, so to speak, of like why I do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
It's actually become a part of you.
yeah.
And it's
life.
It's expression at this point. And it's like, I feel you because I'm an older cat too, you know what I mean? So sometimes I take a year, 2 years, and I'm just like, fuck this shit, you know what I mean? I'd rather focus on my life. And then I find myself in a dark place somehow. Something happens and I'm just like, the only way I know how to really express it or get out of it is through music. You know what I mean? That shit really, and then it takes me out. And I think what happens is we'll drop something and that love that you get from people, that love that you're affecting people and people hear your shit, when they reach out to you, it kind of puts that spark back in.
Yeah.
And I know that's what it does for me every time I drop something. And every time you be like, all right, I'm done. And you'll drop something and then they hit you with it and they're like, yo, this shit's fire. You keep that, you got this. That acknowledgement is a big deal.
But you know, the process, like, I think you get more of it's hand in hand, right? Because the same satisfaction of me completing something and just knowing and stepping back, looking at it as a fan, like, yo, that's dope.
Yeah.
I know that's me right there, but I know that's fire.
Yeah.
And then you step back and look at it, and people just confirming what you know.
They validate this shit.
So that's always the dope part of it. But I don't know, man. Who knows? I might be doing movies, score for movies. I don't know. I'm just gonna just keep letting the music be the foundation, and then whatever comes with it, I'm adapt to it.
All right. So I know we were talking off camera. You're moving.
Yes, sir.
You're moving again. You're moving to North Carolina, right?
NC.
You think they ready for you?
Yeah, North Carolina got a dope.
They got a dope ass scene over there. Do you think they ready for the sound you bring? And are you gonna be moving out there like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna be shaking and moving, man. Some people out there already that laid some groundwork for artists like me, so I'm gonna tap in and do what I do. Yeah, I think they ready.
Cause I know that Jersey hustle. They don't have it like us. Like other parts of the country, like sometimes we too fast. You know what I mean?
That's better for me.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it too. I'm like, I can go anywhere and do this shit.
For me. But to be realistic, it's more for my seeds to get in more of like
a better opportunity in life. And
yeah, take them out the concrete jungle, man. Like we grew up on top of each other, man.
Yeah.
But nowhere we had to walk pretty far to play as kids or go outside.
Yeah.
Now these kids don't even go outside. You know what I'm saying? For the most part.
Fortnite ended up.
So I just wanted to give them that open space they could run and play, be their shoes in the front.
Yeah.
I mean, that type of living. Not saying living up here, because living up here shaped me and made me who I am, but once you start realizing, like, yo, wow, not normalizing what I went through, because some of the shit we went through
not normal. It's not normal at all. Shit, I look at this shit not normal at all.
Yeah, I know you got stories and I got stories, so just that's the main reason going out there. Because like you said, when we older, we can shake and move, ain't nothing to come back.
Yeah.
Plane ticket, drive, whatever. Like leaving for a better opportunity, yes, but just leaving and never coming back, nah.
Yeah. Now you gonna be back.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to catch you next time you come back, because I told you I was working on these performances and stuff like that, and I wanna bring artists on that I know are legit and solid and heavy what they do, and you were definitely one of them. So like the fact that you're moving so fast, I'm like, fuck, can't get them on this one, but I'm gonna catch you when you come back for sure.
We definitely tapping in. You already know.
And shit, if I make my way down to North Carolina, I'm gonna tap in. You know what I mean? Because I like to travel too. So.
Yes, sir.
And I love hitting smaller markets. That's like my thing. So.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of places I still gotta visit. You know what I mean? And.
North Carolina, man, I'm telling y'all, man, you heard it here first. It's gonna be up and coming. You're gonna hear about it like you heard about Atlanta, like you heard about Texas.
That's facts.
Watch. Next 5 years, they're gonna be talking about this, that, and the third.
I believe it, because they already have the foundation over there. Who they got?
It started with the Panthers. When they got the Carolina Panthers, and it was like, oh,
but I'm talking about from a music standpoint. They got Ninth Wonder in them.
Ninth Wonder in them from that side, then you got the Baby on the other side. You know what I'm saying? So,
You got the Baby, you got Lil Brother in them.
Lil Brother.
Those are legends.
Rhapsody.
You know, Rhapsody probably the best female rapper in the game, right? Nobody talks about it, but she definitely deserves her credit.
My man too from North Carolina. With Quicksand. What's the name? You know what was that? He got a song called Quicksand. I forgot his name, but he from that's how he says. I'm
trying to think of who that was. P.D. Pablo is from over there. I don't know if that's him.
Nah, it's not.
Quicksand.
Yeah, it's called Quicksand. You can look it up after this.
That's funny. They out there. J. Cole the king of that shit over there. You know what I mean? They dope. So you've been at it like over 20 years, long time. And in that time you developed a discography, right? How many projects have you put out?
Well, on DSPs right now it's like 6 or 7 joints up there.
It's funny that you say that on DSPs because there's so much shit that probably hasn't even touched.
that piff went down. I was like, ugh.
But that piff hurt.
Yeah,
that piff hurt. I had like 2 on there. I didn't do too long on there.
I had hella shit up there.
Did you do the SoundCloud era?
Yeah, I have some songs on SoundCloud. I never did project. I was always put songs on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
So I got hella singles and songs that I converted and put it on DSP, but projects probably 7, and then it's hella singles. It's over 100 some change of songs and collectively.
That's dope. So that's all on DSPs.
Yeah, it's on DSP.
That's dope. What's your biggest DSP, if you don't mind me asking? Like
Biggest song?
Like I guess your biggest song on DSPs.
It varies because on Tidal, it's a song that I got with me and my man Van called Chase You. That's
Yeah.
for some females. But then on Spotify, it's this song I got called Ice Guitar. It's
Yeah.
on some weird psychedelic.
Ice guitar. I mean, the title sounds pretty trippy.
Yeah. Apple Music, I'm not sure what song up there is the most.
Which platform do you use, personally?
I'm on Tidal.
I used to be on Tidal heavy.
I look at Spotify because Spotify is the official score.
That's the one that counts, yeah.
Yeah, that's the scoreboard. Everybody gonna judge you on your Spotify numbers, not
Apple.
not
Tidal pays us the most, but
yeah, not taking into consideration that's other platforms
Yeah.
besides Spotify. So, but, yeah, that's the one you get. That's your scorecard right there. Well, I fuck with Tidal.
yeah, I was heavy as a consumer. I was on Tidal, and then once I got introduced to the whole back end of it, I was like, oh, okay, I gotta be on Spotify.
Yeah.
So I'm on Spotify.
Yeah.
But Spotify is dope. I ain't gonna lie. If you ever fuck with Spotify from just a consumer standpoint, it's like a whole nother social media platform.
I got into more Spotify more because of the podcast.
Yeah.
Tidal don't really.
They had a few, but
Yeah, it's not really.
I like the Tidal exclusive shit though.
Yeah.
Like what Jay-Z be doing, the Made in America shit
Right.
and shit like that. Like
That's why
that shit be
that's
fire.
fire.
Sometimes Cole will drop some shit and you only get it there, you know, and shit like
It's
that.
more exclusivity because I don't think they have a free tier. I could be wrong.
Nah, I don't think they
I
do.
don't think they do, but yeah. So a lot of this stuff is tailor made for like whoever's there.
Yeah,
That versus Spotify is like, more algorithm,
yeah.
whatever you do.
The whole playlist game kind of turns me off a little bit about this whole shit, you know what I mean? But it's like something you have to learn how to navigate. And I did a lot of trial and error like 2 years ago.
Right.
So I'm disgusted with it. But I'm getting more into the ad space, Google ads and paying the machine. I'd rather pay the machine myself.
Right.
But these like curators and shit like that, some of these guys are dicks, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're gatekeeping, bro.
Spotify has like some. They won't let you directly run an ad for your song, but you'll run an ad like it's kind of give me like a radio type vibe.
Yeah.
It'll be like, yo, check out my Crillz, check out my new single, da 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 da.
Yeah.
And then they'll play your single after it. But they prioritize it more for like people who are just letting it play.
Yeah.
Because when you got a free tier, you can't pick the music. You can pick the start. Like I can start off with like
that song.
So, but then the Spotify's after a while is gonna play
Whatever the fuck it wants to play.
because you only got a certain amount of skips and pauses and shit like that. So.
You know what I noticed too? I've been having, I don't know if you've had this problem. You ever have a problem with Pandora, with your music being put on Pandora?
No.
Have you heard your music on Pandora?
Yeah.
I haven't heard my music on Pandora, and I've been using my DSP for, sometimes
You got a radio? Like,
do you have to verify that? Because that I'm not sure. I've never verified anything on Pandora.
Back in the day, when I had to manually upload to Pandora, that was kind of crazy. But now the DSP that I'm with takes care of
What do
all
you
that.
use? DistroKid?
Video.
That's your distributor?
Adventure/video.
What the hell is that? I never heard of that.
Adventure, that's the shit Chris Gotti and them got. Chris Gotti is the advocate for Adventures, yeah.
Is it good?
I like it. Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking about changing from DistroKid to
So
CD.
this ain't an Adventures ad. Shout out my man Dex Diamond, Chris Gotti, you know what I'm saying? Don De Niro and all them. But they one of the few DSPs that let you get to like the correctionals.
Okay.
You upload a TuneCore, mean, maybe in the future, I don't know when it's dropping, but as of right now, like you upload Tuco, you're not on JPay and stuff like that.
Yeah, I heard that's how you get on JPay through that.
Certain distributors have the
JPay option.
Yeah. You know
Because I heard there's a whole nother market with JPay, especially in the jails.
Yeah, for sure. That's
honestly, I heard a majority, like I know a few cats that making good money off of JPay.
Yeah, depending on your content, that's where your content lives.
That's a gem right. That's a gem right there. Because I think I talked about it with somebody on the podcast. Actually, we mentioned JPay. We were talking about JPay, and you just told us how to get on JPay. So like.
No, that's one way. There's some other ways, but it starts with your DSP.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's more than just JPay. Every jail doesn't have JPay, FYI. So there's other facilitators for different jails. So, but I'm in that connection. You know what I'm saying? I got the whole whatever they do DSP wise, they put it in there.
Yeah.
They the only restriction is it has to be clean using it.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like they cleaning there and shit. Nah, but fuck it. I guess it is what it is at that point. But all right. So you got about 6 to 7 projects out there, hundreds of songs, long discography. Yeah. So when people find you newly, they got a whole bunch of shit to get back to. Let's talk about the.
Mention not to cut your wisdom. Not even to mention the stuff I produce, because a lot of people put my name like
in the credits and stuff like that.
So then that comes up too, as far as like look it up.
So you're a career musician, man. You're a career artist.
Do, man. Come on, man.
I love it. That's what's up. Let's talk about the last project, Family Curse.
Yes, sir.
You dropped that the 27th, right?
Right.
You want to talk a little bit about that? What's the inspiration behind it?
Oh man, inspiration came from a photo that I took on my wedding day.
Okay.
With me holding my daughter. You know what I'm saying? She was tired. The picture just resonated with me. Like, it's me holding it. I got on the wow, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was fresh.
Yeah, you know how we do. And my look was so sincere. I was over. I was just like, oh, thank God we got to this point.
Yeah.
Because I knew I was going to marry my wife 2 years before we got married. And it was during COVID. It was 10/10/2020. I'll never forget it. So that was a whole.
Did you guys have a ceremony and shit?
Yeah, that was a whole.
Was it limited because of?
All that. Yeah. We had to put the fucking things like, yo, touch, don't touch. You know what I'm saying?
That sucks.
Yellow band if you want to touch, red band if
was
you
it a good
want
though?
Contact. Yeah, it came out dope. Yeah. Memories. But that picture just resonated with me, and then I tucked the picture in there. I made other music after that, but that picture I was like, man, something with this picture I gotta use it. But what's the? Well, I keep gravitating towards this picture. Like, it's not like it's like a professional picture. It was a picture that I told somebody to shoot
on the phone,
right? I had my daughter with me
Yeah,
on the phone and then.
It's funny, my last 3 projects are pictures of my kids that I keep off my phone. Word up. Right. I don't even use graphics anymore. I use like pictures that I resonate with. So that's pretty fucking dope.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
My last 2 albums, I'm sorry, were my kids.
That's fine.
Just on some random shit that I had in my phone.
That's fine.
Maybe take out the background and shit. But you got your daughter on there, so the inspiration for it came from that picture?
Yeah, so...
how'd the title come about?
I just started, I don't know what I was watching one day. I was watching a movie or something, and it said, why did you hide it from me all these years? You know, one of them scenes where the dialogue was like, oh, I was trying to hide it from you. He's like, oh, so my family is cursed? I can't shake this family curse. He said, spirits have long memories. Something crazy like that. So I was like, oh, that's it, family curse. Because the curse don't have to necessarily be bad. Like, if you come from a well tight-knit family, your family curse is pretty dope. You know curse is taken out of context is bad, but curse is the root of it is like, express, cursive. Curse, you know what I'm saying? Cursor, you know what I'm saying? So curse, it was just a play on words like family curse. And then the picture of it.
It gives you that shock effect with it. And then you can take it where you want to take it.
Yeah, and then the picture of it. So then I had somebody take that picture and give it their own style. And then it turns like my face into like a skull. So I'm still holding my daughter.
So you put some graphic work behind it.
Yeah, and then I played off that movie that I seen, and I was like, I'm still paying for my sins, father's sins,
Yeah.
And then I'm just throughout the music, I'm saying I hope it ends with me and my kids. I'm gonna leave this with my kids. So that's pretty much how it went. You know what I'm saying? I started making music. Once I know where I'm going, I start making music in that realm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right.
It's a dope project. One of my favorites.
What's your favorite song on the project?
Right now, Love and Pain.
Love and Pain?
Yeah.
What's it about?
It's just bars, man. Bars with melodic sample chopped up, no drums. It's just about
talking real shit.
Yeah, just talking about it's daily trial and tribulation. I got a line on there where I said real or fake, similar traits you can't run. Real or fake, similar traits you can't run away from it. Salt and sugar, you only know the difference when you get a taste of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's this bar.
Yeah.
Like real and fake, like
it's the same shit until you really know what it is. Yeah.
It's the same until it's time. You know what I mean? Until it's time to show and prove.
Salt and sugar, you don't really know until you get a taste for it. Yeah, that's real. That's real.
Yeah. So it's one of those. That's just one line in there, but it's mad just riddled in there like that. So that's one of my favorites.
And you're a lyrical dude, so I'm pretty sure it's just filled with them.
Yeah, I give it to you. Pause. I give it to you how you're supposed to get it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. You cut from that cloth, though. That's what it is. So.
Yeah.
I like what you said you said it earlier, I'm not a spring chicken. You know what I mean? So you approach it a little differently, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I like about like where we're at in our age and like the fact that we're still moving and shaking, and you're still dealing with some of the cats. You still deal with young cats, you deal with, you know what I mean? And you just approach it differently now because you've been at it for so much longer. And it's like you see the plays before they happen, and it's like on some Tom Brady shit. It's like you put him on the field and he's like, I've seen this defense before.
Right,
you know what I mean? And you just navigate differently. Yeah. And you could probably get a lot more accomplished now than you were in the past. That's why when you say, if I'd have known then what I know now, you know, it's like, that shit comes with experience, man. You're a seasoned vet for sure.
It's funny you say that because I got a song that's called Don Shula. And I said, I see the play through my aviators, Don Shula.
It's facts.
Yeah. So everything you're saying is pretty much
all right.
what I reflected on that song, whatever. My dude King Light Stars coming on there, but yeah, man, I don't trip on the, back in my day now.
Yeah. You're not gatekeeping, get off my lawn type shit. Nah. It seems like you open to it. Get
off my lawn.
You gotta be open to it because it's daytime. You know what I mean? And not saying that we don't have our time because I have this conversation with a lot of people. They be like, yo, you getting older? You know? I'm like, honestly, bro, there's a 2 billion 38-year-olds, you know what I mean? That all I gotta get is 1 million of them, you know what I mean? There's people for everybody.
Right.
There's enough people on the planet for you to have 1 million fans, me to have 1 million fans. And they're all gonna be different millions. It's not the same million fans, you understand what I'm saying? So I hate that, and Nori says this shit all the time on Drink Champs, they put a fucking age limit on hip hop.
I was just about to say, that's only hip hop.
It's only hip hop. And it sucks. It's like, but the good thing is we got cats like Nas, who's doing what he's doing right now, which I love it. You know what I mean? King's Disease shit. You know, the album after that he did. I forgot what it was, but it was with Hit Boy 2. It was in between Magic or some shit. Magic, Fire. You know what I mean? Hov, whenever Hov wants to step out, he steps out. You know what I mean?
I think, I don't know how that stigma on hip hop is like. Because they always say it's a young man's sport, blah, blah, blah. I would get that part, but like Freddie Jackson, all the niggas still singing and doing shit. Like, they ain't over there saying, yo, fuck Jacquees, and then like,
nah, they not.
They just keep sweat. So
and they still touring.
I think being that the genre is still young, it's still fairly the genre.
You just what, turned 50? Just turned 50?
Just turned 50, so.
But I think we're going through the phase now where the artists are getting older and they're showing improving.
That's what it is.
So it'll break that mold. And I'm hoping that's the case, you know what I mean?
Because unknowingly, like whatever the case may be, the generation before, whether it was business or they just fell out of love with it or they just
they got killed.
Yeah.
They got killed. Early hip hop got killed.
So it wasn't no way they could.
They had no idea what to do.
A lot of them dudes was pretty much older already.
Yeah.
It was the 90s when you started getting teenage stars or even younger.
You got fucking Prodigy. I'm only 19, but I'm spitting that at 19 years old. You know what I mean? The mindset was different.
How old was Busy Bee and everything?
They had to be like 30, so I feel like their hairlines and all that shit was receding at that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So shout out to Kane. I mean, you seen that versus with Kane and KRS? That was a good one. And they both still got it. They could both go on stage and get busy right now. You know what I mean? So like that's pioneers, hip hop, but hopefully that stigma dies soon because that shit's fucking everything up.
The artistry performance?
What? No, just the whole like age limit. You know what I mean?
Nah, like you said, the artists are getting older now. All the artists we like are in their 40s. There's no way around it.
That's facts.
So as they progress, the genre progresses, and the ages of older is doing.
Yeah. And as long as Nas keeps dropping shit like he's dropping, I think we got
Nas, you save it.
He's saving it.
Dead, baby.
Yeah, he's saving this shit for sure.
As long as you keep dropping, we drop it.
But on that note, man, I think we reached this peak over here.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah.
Pleasure, brother.
Thank you for having me.
Good luck to you, North Carolina. You know what I mean? We're going to tap in. I'm definitely going to tap in with you when I get a chance to go down there. And all that good stuff. But shout out your handles. Where can we find you?
badlungz.com. On Instagram, it's Bad Lungz with a Z. Everywhere is Bad Lungz with a Z, one word. BADLUNGZ as far as social. You'll look me on YouTube or TSPs, it's Bad Lungz, 2 words with a Z. Just make sure you throw the Z. There's a lot of people out there trying to put lungs in their name now for whatever reason, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm the originator, you know what I'm saying?
You definitely was the first one
you
that
heard my man say we met in cheer.
We met in 11 and he had a decade in already.
And that was when I was Frankie back. Yeah. I took the Frankie off as I got older.
I think the flyer said that.
Yeah.
I think the flyer said that, yeah. And I wasn't sure if I was going to call you Frankie Bad Lungz. That's why I said Bad Lungz. Because I seen you been changing it. You got the name changed. You keep it at Bad Lungz.
Oh, yeah. It was me too.
It's a hard-ass name, though.
Yeah.
It's definitely like it stands out. You know, I told one of my boys, I was like, my man Bad Lungz. And he knew of you. He was like, I heard of him. Yeah, from Patterson.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, so that's a good name. It's brandable like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You got merch and shit?
Of course, yeah. That's some of it. Antonio Roberts. This is more for like the people who don't want to wear nothing crazy, but they still want to support. Yeah. It's nice, clean. You can go jogging, go work out. You know what I mean? Do what you do. Then I got the other merch that got.
I'm definitely gonna put all the links and all that in the description.
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
You guys heard it here. Heart of the City Podcast. Your boy Bobby Crillz signing out. Salute.